It's Brad again with YogaPod. For Collins, we're going to have ourselves a podFlow3 class, so a level 3 vinyasa practice. Just sometimes I give a good spiel beforehand and let everybody know what's going on. Sometimes I just kind of skip it. It should, by virtue of the fact that it's level 3, I think most people realize that it's it's going to be a physically demanding practice. At the same time, for me personally, what's most important is that as we practice, we build a certain amount of intelligence inside our body. And so that we become a little bit more intelligent about how we function in terms of our physical arrangement, our physical body, but also how we pay attention to our thoughts, how our thoughts affect our practice, how our thoughts, the nature of our thinking mind when we're moving through complex organizations of our body, or even when we're just simply moving through that, when we reach that spot where we want to give in a little bit and we have to push beyond it, where we have to push back through the fire a little bit. And so much of this practice seems to be predicated on the fact that we're doing, maybe complex postures. But to me personally, what's most important is that as we practice, that we grow in that internal intelligence, and that our body, as we develop that intelligence, becomes a little bit more keen on how it functions. And so the more we build a subtle understanding of how things are going inside our actual, course or physical anatomy, it allows us to be just simply more in touch with all different elements of our experience. And so that's really the gist behind the practice. And so if you need to take it easy, always take it easy. Take it easy in whatever way seems appropriate. Child's pose is often where most people opt into. But at the same time, don't let the number 3 necessarily persuade you not to do the practice. Instead, let it be a lesson, or let it be a practice in self-compassion, paying attention to how your body wants to, what your body wants from the practice, and then modifying accordingly. So sometimes there's a lot of opportunity for jumping to handstands, but that's at the same time, that's a lot of opportunity to take child's pose and respect where your limits are. So it's opportunity both sides, just making sure that you take advantage of what's most appropriate for you in your own body. And so we'll go ahead and start here in a seated posture. So if you choose to take a cross-legged posture, lotus, half lotus, sukhasana, just a normal seated posture. Otherwise, I like the Vajrasana posture if it suits me. And so that's usually where I will take these seated actions in the middle or at the beginning of practice. And then just go ahead and find a nice long spine. And then starting to find a nice audible breathing with sound. And ideally, if nothing else, the breath becomes our constant partner in our yoga asana or our yoga posture practice. Seeing if you can make the inhale and the exhale equal in duration, and also in their audible, in how loud that they are. Our capacity to breathe smooth, calm breaths in moments of stress really does signify the nature of how our practice is working for us. Sometimes you'll hear people say that we practice so that we can become better at doing yoga postures, but it's the case that we do our yoga practice, so we can just become better, so that we can refine, so that we can create a little bit of clarification, not necessarily of our intention or our meaning, but instead we clarify like clarifying butter, burning away impurities. Refining our intention, refining our expectations, refining the way in which we see and perceive our experience. Do one more full breath here, inhaling, exhaling. And blinking open the eyes. Bring your hands to heart center. Let's go ahead and start here with 3 ohms. Deep breath. And then let's go ahead and find our downward facing dog. So pressing your hands into the floor, walk your feet out. Any sort of movements that you think that feel necessary for you at this moment, do those. Pressing into the floor with the hands, lifting the hips towards the sky, elongating. Make sure you maintain that breath pattern, that ujjayi breathing. Feel the breath ripple through you. And then go ahead and step to the front of the mat. Hang in a ragdoll posture for a couple moments. Some opportunity to check in with how your body feels. And then inhale, bring your hands down to the floor, heel toe your feet together, exhale, folding in. Inhale, lift your heart forward, lengthen out the spine. Exhale, folding in, round through your lower back. So feel the tailbone draw down, round through your lower back. And inhale, unroll the spine, lift your chin, and exhale, fold forward. So it's like the slightest of cat-cows here. We're just using our lower middle back, knees bending as needed. Inhale, roll the back a little bit, and exhale, cast the heart forward. Again, inhale, roll the lower back. Open up the upper back and bow it forward. This time, inhale, lift the heart forward. Exhale, folding in. Then reverse swan dive. Inhale, rise up. And then exhale, arms to the side. Inhale, the arms come up. Reach to the sky. Press the palms. And then exhale, folding forward. Long exhale, palms come down to the floor if you can. Bend your knees if you need. Hands can be out in front. Inhale, tails drawn down. Unroll the heart forward. And exhale, fold in. Inhale one more time. Roll the lower back. Inhale, lift the chin. Exhale, folding in. Inhale, rise all the way up to the top. And then exhale, arms to the side. Anchor the tailbone. Inhale. Expand as you rise up. Exhale, folding forward. Lean with an open throat and then coil in. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, fold. Press your palms into the floor. And then inhale, coming up. Deep breath, reach up. And exhale, arms to the side. One more time, arms up. Exhale, fold, strong legs. Inhale, inner thighs draw back as you unroll the spine. And then exhale, folding in. And then inhale, coming up, deep breath. And exhale, arms to the side. Surya Namaskar. Inhale, arms come up, reach to the sky. Exhale, folding forward, hands down. Inhale, unroll the heart, lift the chin. Exhale, high push-up pose, plank pose. And then from there, walking your hands out a little bit. Rotate your wrists. Just whatever feels appropriate for you to get some heat built into your hands. Really squeezing the mat, almost like a little kitten. I always think about dogs and cats in our yoga practice because they're familiar. Think about that familiar feeling. The cat's pawing at you maybe when you're sleeping, waking you up. And from your plank pose, go ahead and lift your hips up to the sky, find down dog. And from here, unroll the spine, come forward into high plank pose, lifting the shoulders up, lift your chin forward, exhale, draw it back. So nice and slow, breathe into the back of the body, come way up onto the toes, pull it forward, lifting the chin. Exhale, pull the hips back. Inhale, chin at chest until you get to the end of the inhale. Lift the chin up. Exhale, pull it back one more time. Inhale, come forward into that high plank pose, way out in front. Lift the chin, inhale. Exhale, bring it back. Deep breath here. Inhale, come forward into that same lunge. This time as you exhale, bend the knees, look forward, step forward or float forward. Inhale, lift the chin up off the chest. Exhale, fold in, pressing to the floor. Inhale, rising up, reach to the sky. Exhale, arms to the side, Samastihiti. Inhale, arms come up. Exhale, palms down. Inhale, lift your chin up off your chest. As you exhale, step back, high plank pose. From your high plank pose, let's take hips up to down dog. Now unroll into that plank pose, way up onto your toes. Lift your chin forward, lift it up. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Hips roll back a little bit. Inhale, up dog. And then exhale, hips to the sky for down dog. Let's do it again. Inhale, come forward into your plank pose. So way up on the toes. As you exhale, lift the chin forward. Chaturanga. Inhaling, up dog. And then exhaling, down dog. Inhale, unroll into the plank pose. Chin on chest. As you exhale, lift your chin, Chaturanga, hips roll back, up dog, and then down dog. Deep breath, inhale, plank pose, shift it forward. Exhale, bend the knees, look forward, float or step to the front. Inhale, lift the chin up off the chest. Exhale, fold deeply in. Inhale, rise up to the top. Exhale, arms to the side. Again, arms up, inhale. Exhale, fold, hands down. Inhale, unroll the spine, lift the chin. Exhale, low push-up pose, Chaturanga. Inhale, slide the feet back, lift the chin up. Exhale, hips to the sky. Lift up your right leg, open it up to the side, and then doing some hip mandalas, so moving knees or hips in circle action. And then switch sides. So it's more freestyle movements. Pay attention to how you feel at this moment. And then switching feet, left leg up. And same thing, making circles. Make sure your arms are strong. Okay, switching directions. And then release your foot to the floor. Take your deep breath. Inhale. Press the breath out. As you exhale, anchor the tailbone. Squeeze your pubic bone back towards your belly button or towards your spine. And then inhale, unroll into that plank pose. As you exhale, bend the knees, look forward, float to the front or step forward. Inhale, lift chin from chest. Exhale, fold deep. Inhale, rising up to the top. Then exhale, arms to the sides. Again, arms up, inhale, reach, strong legs, squeeze your butt a little bit. Exhale, fold, hands down. Inhale, unroll, lift the chin. Exhale, low push-up pose, Chaturanga. Lift the heart, roll it open. And exhale, hips to the sky. So still working on
warming up and starting to assess where we're at today. Lift up your right leg, lift it up, look in between your hands. Bend your left leg, 2 or 3 pop up towards your handstand, more like a handstand L kick pose. So lifting up and down. A couple more. About 3, how to do it. Do what? Who knows? Switch out your legs, left leg up, look forward, hand up. 1, 2, and then one more time. Bring it down. And then from there, take your deep breath. Finish the exhale. Inhale, unroll into that high plank pose. Lift your chin as you exhale, squeeze in and float or step forward. Lift your heart. Inhale, exhale, fold deep. Inhale, rise up to the top, reach up. And exhale, arms to the sides, Samastiti. Arms up, reach to the sky. Exhale, fold forward, hands down. Inhale, unroll. Open up the heart. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Lean weight forward, lift up. Low push-up. Up dog. Down dog. And maybe if you're up for it, handstand tuck. So we're still warming up, so you shouldn't have the expectation of doing something miraculous. Inhale, find a little bit of a push. Squeeze your knees in. Find that handstand tuck. Lift up, squeeze. A couple of times. One more. And then release down. Down dog. Inhale and roll into the plank pose. Lift the chin. Exhale, pressing the breath. Look forward. Float or step. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up to the top. Reach up. Exhale, arms to the side. Samastiti. Inhale, arms come up. And then exhale, fold. That could have been a Utkatasana, so it's a freebie. Inhale, lift the heart forward. As you exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Step back or float. Up dog, inhale. Down dog, exhale. Lift up your right leg, inhale. As you exhale, step into a deep lunge. Inhale, come up into Crescent Pose. As you exhale, bend your elbows, hug your elbows back towards your hips. So behind you and also down. So inhale, arms up. Exhale, bend your left leg, squeeze and hug. Lift your chin. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, squeeze and hug. Inhale again, reach up. Exhale, squeeze and hug. Inhale, the arms come up. Exhale, the hands down. Pull the elbow, pull the heel back. Inhale, back up into your crescent. Try not to even shift this right leg. Keep it at 90. Exhale, hug back. Inhale to 90. Push, lengthen to your back leg. Exhale, hug it back. Maybe you don't even touch the floor. Inhale, come up. Exhale, the hands down to the floor. Lift up your left leg. Knee to nose, hug and squeeze. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale, knee to nose, hug and squeeze. Inhale one more time, lift the chin up. Exhale, hug and squeeze, hands planted. Inhale, float up towards handstand or step back towards Chaturanga. So lift up, low push-up. Up dog, inhale. Down dog, exhale, lift your left leg, inhale, step into your lunge, thigh flat to the floor. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, bend the elbows, squeeze in. Inhale, exhale, hug and hold. Inhale one more time. Exhale, squeeze back and down. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, knee down, hug back, half Hanuman. Inhale, 90-degree thigh, push your back leg strong. Exhale, hug back. Inhale, create constraints. Push your back leg strong. Exhale, hug it back. Inhale, back up into your crescent. Exhale, hands down, lift your right leg. Inhale, both knees to nose, squeeze in. Inhale, lift your back leg, squeeze in. Inhale, lift the back leg. Exhale, squeeze in, hug and hold. And then find your vinyasa here. Lean weight into the hands, lift up, Exhale, low push-up. Up dog. And then a down dog. Couple of breaths here. One inhale. Shift forward to plank pose. Lift the chin. Exhale, squeeze. Float or step to the front. Inhale, lift chin. Exhale, fold in. Utkatasana. Inhale, up onto your toes. Reach up. Exhale, airplane the arms. Inhale, Utkatasana. Up onto the toes. Exhale, squeeze in, heels down. One more time. Inhale, Utkatasana. Up on the toes. Exhale, fold, hands down. Inhale, lift your chin. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Up dog. Down dog. Right leg lifts up. Inhale, step to your lunge. Inhale, crescent pose. Exhale, hug elbows back and down. Inhale, crescent. Exhale, squeeze. Inhale, straighten the back leg up. Exhale, squeeze. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hug it back. Airplane arms. Make triceps strong. Inhale, strengthen. Exhale, squeeze. Inhale, strengthen the back leg. Exhale, squeeze. One more time. Inhale, arms come up. Exhale, the hands down. Inhale, lift up your left leg. Both knees to nose. Hug in. Inhale, lift your gaze. This time into your pistol squat. Bring your hands back behind your heel. Hug your left knee in. Slide it forward. Inhale and exhale. Hold. Couple of breaths. Maybe your hands come to your heart. And then inhale, lift the leg. Start to bring it back. Squeeze. Lift up the left leg. Hands planted. Float up and back. Chaturanga. Low push-up. Up dog. Inhale. Down dog. Exhale. Left leg lifts high. Exhale. Lunge. Charge your leg. Thigh flat. Arms up. Inhale. Exhale. Hug and squeeze. Inhale. Reach. Exhale. Hug and squeeze. Inhale. Exhale. Hug and squeeze. Arms up. Inhale. Exhale. Back knee down. Pull it back. Squeeze it back. Inhale. Arms up. Charge your back leg. Make it strong. Exhale. Hug and squeeze back. Again. Inhale. Arms up. Exhale. Hug. Squeeze back. Inhale. The arms come up. Exhale. Your hands down. Lift up your back leg. Knee to nose just to warm it up. Squeeze in. Inhale. Lift your back leg. Start to bend your left leg. Slide your hands back. Bring it through for your pistol squat. 1, 2. Hands can come to the heart. 3, 4, and then 5. Lift the leg. Inhale. Bring it up towards the sky. Press your hands into the floor. Lift up. Chaturanga Dandasana. Up dog. And then a down dog. Several breaths. One more inhale. Finish out the exhale. Look forward. Move to the front. Inhale, lift your heart. Exhale, fold. Utkatasana. Fingers brush the floor. Arms up. Inhale up on the toes. Exhale, elbows back. Right knee stays into the chest. Inhale, lift it up. Reach. Left leg straightens. Exhale, hug back, squeeze. Inhale, left leg stays into the chest. Push it forward. Squeeze muscle to bone. Inhale, exhale, arms back. And then inhale, both arms lift. Exhale, the hands down to the floor. Inhale, shift weight into the hands. Start to bend your elbows. Float up. Low push up. Up dog. Down dog. This time let's lift up the right leg so we can float forward into our lunge with our right leg. So lift up your left leg so you can float forward into your crescent lunge. Look in between the thumbs. Shift forward a little bit. Bend your right leg. Float forward. And then place the right foot on the floor. Back foot down. Inhale. Arms come up. Exhale. Hug the elbows down. Inhale. arms up. Exhale, hug and squeeze. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hug and squeeze. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, bring your back knee down, half Hanuman. Hold. Inhale, crescent, arms up. Exhale, half Hanuman. Squeeze your front leg back. Inhale one more time. Exhale, squeeze and hold. And shift your weight forward. Arms up, inhale, hands down. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, pistol squat. Squeeze it forward. Lift the leg. Try not to let it touch. Pull it back. Lift the leg behind you. Exhale, pistol squat. Try to use your right leg strength. Push into the floor. Pull it back. Try not to get caught by your mat. Exhale. Last one. Pull it through. Hug. Then inhale. All the way to handstand. Lift up. Chaturanga. Up dog. And down dog. Left leg stays down. Right leg comes up. Float forward with your left leg. So look forward. Lift up. Place the left foot. Back foot down. Inhale. Arms up. Exhale. Hug and squeeze in. Inhale. Reach. Exhale. Squeeze. Inhale. Reach. Exhale. Hug and squeeze. Arms up. Exhale. Back knee down. Come into that half Hanuman, Ardha Hanumanasana. Arms up. Exhale, squeeze back. Inhale, hug. Exhale, squeeze back. Inhale, arms up, hands down. Lift your back leg on inhale. Exhale, pistol squat. Slide the hands, right leg forward. Press your left foot into the floor. Inhale, pull it up. Exhale, hug it in. One more time. Inhale, pull the leg up. Exhale, squeeze. All the way to handstand. Shift forward. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, chaturanga. Up dog. And then down dog. Couple of breaths. One more inhale. Finish your exhale. Step or float to the front. Lift your chin. Fold. Utkatasana. Inhale. Arms up. Exhale. Hug in. Squeeze your triceps back. Right knee stays in chest. Inhale. Lift it up. Push through your heel. Exhale. Warrior 3. Airplane arms. Hands come to heart. Inhale. As you exhale, bend your left leg. Come into pistol squat. Bring it forward and through. And then inhale. Push up. Back to warrior 3. Exhale the hands down. The right foot down. Utkatasana. Left knee into chest. Inhale. Push it forward. As you exhale, warrior 3. Hands come down. Inhale. Pistol squat. Inhale. Pull it up. Lift it up to the sky. And then exhale. Release it down. Forward fold. From here, heel toe your feet out to the outside a little bit, so about hip width distance. Grab your big toes, peace on fingers and thumbs, and fold in. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, palms underneath, fingertips point back. Ekam inhale. 1, exhale, fold. Elbows hug back. 1, feel the stretch in the wrists. Growing back, inner thighs back, but then tip weight forward. Charge your legs strong. 4, and then 5. Inhale, lift your heart. Exhale, release your hands down onto the floor. Heel toe your feet in. Utkatasana. Root the tailbone, root the heels. Arms come up. This time, interlace your fingers. Push through your palms. Pull the shoulders back. So shoulder opening here, but also wrists. Push your palms up. Lift your chin up. Try not to bring it into the chest. Bend your knees a little bit more. Weight back to the heels. And then slowly interlace your fingers behind you. Ribs on thighs. Lift the arms up. Keep your chin up. Reach your arms forward. Interlace the opposite direction. Ribs on thighs. Lift the arms up. 2, 3, 5, hands down to the floor. Bakasana crane pose. Bend your knees, squeeze your shoulders, lean weight forward, lift your hips up. Lift them up. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Chaturanga. Up dog. And then down dog. Another crow pose. This time maybe you float forward and you land in your crow pose. So look forward, bend the knees, float to crow. Do your best. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Chaturanga. Up dog. Down dog. Lift up the right leg. Inhale. Exhale. Crescent lunge. Root in. Arms come up. Reach to the sky. 1. So really front big toe mound spins into the floor. Arms reach up. Try to pull the rib cage in so you're not in this massive back bend. Hug the tailbone down. Pubic bone drawn back. 4. Straighten the back leg as much as you can. 5. Warrior 2. Open up into that warrior 2 pose. 1, 2. Make your adjustments. This is your first yoga class, and maybe it's not the right one for you, but if it's your second, do what feels right. Take rest when you need to. Flip your front palm. Inhale, reach. Right arm long. Take the tricep, rotate it back, reach. Straighten your front leg. Inhale to the top. Exhale, Trikonasana. Left arm up. 1. So most likely you knew what you're getting into if you picked it level 3. So you probably know some adjustments and modifications that work really well for you. So take those. Finish your exhale, look down, bring your hand to the outside, bend your front leg, and then lift it up. Your back leg. 1, 2. Ardha Chandrasana. 4, and then 5. Chapasana. Reach back, find your foot. Lift your heart up. Maybe your right hand comes to heart center. 3. Push back through your hand. 4, and then 5. Release Chapasana. Exhale, warrior 2. Reach your right arm out. Palm down or fingers, left arm long. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Warrior 2. Inhale. Exhale, hands down. Step back, high plank. Lower down, chaturanga. Up dog. Down dog. Forearm stand or forearm dolphin pose. If you need a wall, shift your mat. Sometimes, however, a wall means that you're going to use the wall if it's available to you, if you're like me. But sometimes that's necessary. So shifting your heart forward, lifting up. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5. Release down, dolphin dog, to down dog, hips up. Left leg up, inhale, exhale, step to lunge, crescent, arms up. Back leg wants to be bent, so push it straight. Way up onto your right toes. Reach the arms. 3, 4, and then 5. Warrior 2. Open up. Right inner thigh back. Left quadricep rotates open. 2, 3, 4, and then 5. Flip your front palm. Inhale, revolved. Push your back leg strong. Reaching. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, straighten your front leg. Reach your left arm long. Come into Trikonasana, triangle pose. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5. Look down. Release into half moon. Ardha Chandrasana. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Chapasana. Grab your right ankle. Push. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Reach your right leg back. Inhale. Exhale. Warrior 2. Left hand down, right arm up and over. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5. Hands down, step back, high plank. Lower down, chaturanga. Up dog, inhale. Down dog, exhale. And then again, an opportunity for forearm stand or dolphin dog. Reach into the floor with your elbows. Lift your chin. And then begin. 1. About 5 breaths. 2, 3, 4, and then 5. Down dog. 2, our hands down to down dog. Deep breath here. Inhale. Finish your exhale. Look forward. Step or float forward. Lift chin from chest on inhale. And then fold as you exhale. Rise up on the inhale. Reach to sky. And then exhale, arms to the side. Go ahead and step your right foot back. Hands to your waist, or else your left if you need to for orientation. So you can see what's going on. Inhale. Exhale, fold forward. Bring your hands down. Inhale, lift your heart forward. Exhale, fold. Head down to the floor. Feel your neck lengthen out. Maybe your head is on the floor. If that's the case, send the inner thighs back. Press into the floor. See if you can feel lightness in your feet. Press your hands down. 4, 5. Inhale, come up. Exhale, you can stay here. Shifting side to side a little bit. Coming into Skandasana variation, or head down to the mat. Lifting legs off the floor, take Skandasana here. Shifting sides, hug and squeeze. Squeeze, 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 and squeeze. Release your feet down. Inhale, lift the heart forward. Exhale, hug in. Inhale all the way up to the top. Exhale, hold. I think we should do that one again. So it's just like Skandasana, knee bends, hug the other leg straight, vice versa, switch out about 3 times on both sides. All right, inhale, exhale, hands down to the floor, situate yourself, head comes down. Now, if this is hard for you, which is fine because it's not easy, head down, maybe just lifting up one leg, lean it against the elbow, exhale, left leg, squeeze, release, and hug, release, hug, and then release, and maybe they both come up, hug them into the chest, and then let's go and release down. Lift your heart forward, and then bring your hands to your waist. Inhale all the way up, exhale, pause. Arms come out nice and wide, interlace your fingers behind your back. Inhale, heart expands. Exhale, fold. Drop the palms towards the floor, look towards the sky behind you. And 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Inhale, come all the way up, and exhale, releasing hands back to your waist. Root the tailbone, inhale, lift the heart, and exhale, fold. Slide the hands down the legs. Cup your heels today, why not? Or back of the calves, bend your elbows. Pull your elbows towards the ceiling, your wrists towards the ceiling, your heels towards the ceiling. Lift up out of the front of the ankle, the back of the ankle. Bring your head down. Elongate out of the waist. 3. Maybe you look towards the sky. 4. And then 5. Inhale, lift your heart forward. Exhale, hands to the waist. Inhale, come up. And then exhale, step to the front. Sama Stihitihi. Arms come up, inhale, and then exhale, fold forward, palms down. Lift your heart forward, inhale. As you exhale, move through your vinyasa, chaturanga, dandasana. Up dog on inhale. Always taking cobra if you want to. Down dog as you exhale, hips to the sky. And then from here, just thinking in terms of back bending, bring your knees down to the floor. Usually I like to use this with our warm-up, but I forgot today. So what we're going to do is we're going to take knees, chest, chin. Oftentimes it can be called Ashtangasana because there's 8 points on the floor. Learned that from my brother in yoga. yoga Kyle. So the knees down, chin down, chest down. Here, so the chest, the heart, so that both hands are one, both shoulders are almost two, so the sides of the chest, chin, knees, and toes. And take your tailbone down to the floor, lift your lowest ribs up. So hug in, bring it in, roll open. So it's like we're doing that little worm thing from the 80s. So knees down, chin down, chest down. Take the tailbone down, lift your ribs, and try that a couple times. And roll open, and then hips to the sky. Nice, and then from here, let's go ahead and take a deep breath. Inhale, and as you exhale, float or step forward and sit down. So I'm going to rotate my mat just a little bit for your viewing pleasure. That's a joke. All right, legs strong out in front. Walk your tushy back a little bit. Reach your arms to the outsides. Find the feet. Lift the heart forward and then fold in. So sides of the feet, hug the elbows in. Feel your wrists get a little decompression across the top line. 3, 4, and 5. Inhale, come up. Exhale, take your left big toe. Bring your right hand beside you or keep your right big toe. Lift up your left. 1, pull the elbow back. 2, use your core. 3, 4, 5, release it down. Lift up your other leg. Float it. Push through your toe. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5. It's like half happy baby pose. Lift up your left leg. Now bend the knee. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5. Release it down. Second side. Lift up your right. Bend the knee. Hug it back. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5. From here, lift up your left leg, bend the knee, hug it back, then take the foot into the inner, to the right palm. So you're kind of here in this range. If you can rock the baby, hook your elbow, find the baby. You can also take your left arm underneath and squeeze in. I like this one particular because it allows me to lift my foot up, but also pull down against my arms, right? So pulling down with your hamstring and your leg strength. Press your knee forward a little bit, push into the other side. So try to cross the body with your left foot and then release it out in front. Then right leg comes up, inhale, bend the knee, then left elbow to the sole of the foot, hug in. Hands can come to heart, this is my better demo leg. Or here, I like that elbow, foot alignment, push into your elbow, hug back. Lift the legs with your arms, pull down with your leg strength. 2, 3, 4, and then 5. Gently release your foot out in front. Walk your hips back a little bit. Cross your ankles. Press the palms against the floor. Vinyasa, up dog, and then down dog. And then from there, float forward, set back down. Nice. And then from here, whether you have a brick handy or if you have a block handy or a mat or a piece of cloth, maybe you just interlace your fingers. So we're going to take our brick and we'll scoot forward. I never exactly know where we're at in relationship to one another. So lift the arms up above the head. We have the brick. And so not really working on any sort of formal movements here. We're just working on accentuating or articulating motion. So lift your legs up to the sky and then reach your arms up above your heels and bring it back. Reach it up, arms come back. Inhale, lift the legs, press your arms up, lift up off the floor, and exhale, lower back comes down. Inhale, exhale, reach, slowly bring it down. Let's do 10 more. Lift the legs up, reach up, push, bend the knees if you need to. Inhale, reaching up. 6 more. Squeeze. Try both. If you can do it with straight legs from time to time, do that. If it's easy for you to do with straight legs, bend your knees. Let's do 2 more. Lifting, hugging. Reach, squeeze. And then release. Arms reaching out. Incidentally, if you're able, you can also do that with one leg up. It takes some more flexibility. So reaching up, hugging, fold, right, knee bending, squeeze. And so it's a thing. All right, hands by your ears, rock back towards your shoulders, take plow pose. From there, release your hands out, grab your heels. Pull your elbows wide. So you're not too much weight in your neck. It should be mostly in your shoulders. If your feet aren't touching the floor, that's fine. We're not really working on it. Instead, feel the elbows move wide. Your lower back should lengthen. 3, 4, and 5. Release your legs up, inhale, and then exhale, come up to seated. All right, so core got a little work in there. And so I learned a little bit of that when I was doing trapeze a while back. And act like when I say it that way, it sounds like I did it a lot of times. I did it one time, and there was this one time when you had to pull your legs through the bar. And so that's where that kind of action is coming from. And so I want to work it into more kind of a flowing sequence, but that was that for today. All right, so let's do some back bends from lunges. So taking your down dog, lift your right leg, step into a lunge. I've been in this lunge form quite a lot. So taking and lift your heart forward, bring your back knee down to the floor and come up into this square. So it's like my legs are on both sides, or on all 3 both sides of a box. And then take your tailbone rooted into the floor, and then feel the action of the leg squeezing in a little bit. Imagine you're trying to lift up your right leg. See how that drops you into your tailbone down. Now lean into it a little bit. Hold that tailbone down. Lift your arms up to the sky. Press your palms together. Hands behind your heart. Now take your head and push into the wrist. Lift the heart up. From there, coil the tailbone and lean into it. Pull the heart open. Lift it up. Take your arms and pull your neck long so you're not collapsed back. Press your head back, but don't push your wrist forward. 4, and then 5. Hands down to the floor, and let's switch out our legs. Left leg forward, back knee down. Come up into that lunge. So situate the lunge. Program your body. Install those arrangements. Squeeze in. And then from there, taking your arms up, press them back. Now lean into your lunge. Squeezing. Still feel like you could lift your front foot up off the floor. Push into your hands gently. Try not to collapse back. That's why we're lifting up on the front leg a little bit. Press into your wrist. Lift your spine long. Push back. Lift the heart. Squeeze forward. 3, 4, and then 5. Hands up. Hands come down and step back into down dog. All right. So the next posture can be kind of intense. I just realized that's cloth on the wall. So what we're going to do is we're going to think in terms of doing a handstand, one leg kind of back bend. And so what we're going to do is we're going to have our legs in more of like a lunge form, but it is more like a scorpion pose. So now if you're better on your forearms, do it on your forearms. If you're on better on your hands, do it on your hands. Maybe you switch it up for a second set. But think in terms of one leg extending long, the other leg hugged in like it's into your chest. So there's a little bit of a back bend, but there's also an engagement in the front body core, as if we were hugging our knees in and pushing the block out beyond the length of the leg, okay? So it looks something like this. I have the wall within the reach of my leg, right? And so I'm going to lift forward like I'm in that weird plank pose at the beginning. Try not to start in down dog. Lift your chest forward, more like an awkward plank pose, which I generally call it. I'm going to lift my left leg. That's going to be my back leg, and it's going to be straight. My right leg is going to be into my chest. And I'm just going to try to hold that in that splits form. So I lift up and I squeeze in. Find the back bend. Maybe you bend the back leg. Push into the floor. Keep lifting the chest forward. Hug the waist back. Pubic bone back to the spine. Squeeze it back. And then release. So let's do it again. If you do better on the forearms, try that. I don't do better on the forearms, but I feel like I should try. So my left leg's going up first. It's my stronger kick up. So I'm going to try it on the forearms. I'm going to still stay with my chest pointing towards the wall rather than the floor as much as I can. Pushing down into the floor. Then left leg comes up. Right leg will stay in. Lifting up. Push. Squeeze the right leg in. Pubic bone towards spine. Keep lifting the chest. Squeeze. Reach into the floor. Deeper, deeper, deeper. 3, 4, and then 5. Release down. Whew. It's a big one. All right. So we have 2 sides. That's good because if it didn't go so good on the one side, you have another opportunity. Again, I'm going to start with handstand, then I'll move to the forearm, stand form. Thinking in terms of paying attention to what's different and why one might be more successful than the other. For me, it's my shoulders are just a little too tight to really get my chest through in a strong way. So the collapse is real obvious. So, and then the second side, this time my right leg will come up. My left foot will be, my left knee will be into my chest. So looking forward, shift the energy forward, and then kick up. I'm going to do it again because that one didn't go so well. Keep your chin up, reach. Give it a couple goes. Squeeze the knee in. Keep lifting the chest forward. And then release when you're ready. Pause for a moment. Resituate yourself. Forearms down for me. Maybe for you, you switch back to your handstand. All right. Right leg. It's going to kick. And up. 5 breaths or so is sufficient. 2 for what? Who knows? 3, 4, and then 5. When you're ready, come on out. Take a child's pose if you'd like. Maybe you just wipe some sweat and take a drink of water. And then we're going to find our way to our back. So we're going to cool down from this point on. So if you want to work on those just a little bit more, you have the opportunity to do so. Good time to do that because we're working on that hour type of schedule here. We're going to go ahead and lay down. If you're ready to start releasing out of the practice, then go ahead and lay on your back. And those are back bends, asymmetrical back bends. So let's go ahead and windshield wiper the legs a time or two. Get a little movement in the hips and the twist, the twisting form. So the opposite of a back bend is not a forward fold. The opposite of a back bend is a twist. And so we're giving ourselves a gentle twist to work our way out of that extra compression on both sides. Okay, opening up. And then from here, taking your right leg up towards the sky, keep your left knee bent. Right leg comes up, interlace your fingers out in front of your shin. Pull the knee towards the outside of the rib cage, hug. From there you could stay there or reach your left leg out and feel the hip open. Psoas line, so the psoas starts the inside of your left, the left hip, the lesser trochanter, and then it tracks up towards the lowest rib on the back of the body. And then from there, take your left arm, reach it back and up. And so our left side body is getting a nice long engagement. And look towards your left palm so your head rotates back, and then really reach. Breathe your lower back towards the floor by breathing into the back of the diaphragm. And then release your gaze, look up, and then from there bend your left leg, hug it in. So bring it in, and then hug your right leg in one more time. Release it down. Lift up your left leg towards the sky, and then interlace the fingers and hug the knee just to the outside of the rib cage. From there, you could stay there. If that's appropriate to do so, then it's perfect. Otherwise, right leg comes out. If you can keep that form there and hold that, and it feels relatively comfortable, reach your right arm up. So you're hugging in with the one side. And reach your right arm, palm rotates open so that as you drop your head back, you can look out. Feel the rib cage reaching long on the right side. So the right psoas stretch, reaching back. The compression in the left hip, it can be useful, helps to flood the bone, the joint when we release it. Right here, see if you can find a way to soften your hips towards the floor, your lower back. A couple more breaths. One more. And then releasing. Lift up your right leg, bring it in towards your heel, your hip, and then from there releasing left leg down. Lift your hips up. So if you're going into a bridge pose, walk your shoulders under, press your wrists towards the floor, lift your heart up, lift your hips up. Release your lower back down to the mat, lift your legs up. And so if you're still working, that's perfectly fine. You might throw a headstand in or a wheel pose. Both. You can also take Viparita Karani, which is a favorite of mine. Thumbs underneath the hips can help you to support that. Legs stay strong, or you can just let them levitate. And then a non-double asana, happy baby pose. Bend the knees, hug the knees towards the floor. Breathe your feet towards the mat. With your elbows on the inside, push out against the knees gently, then squeeze your knees in to the elbows. Another way you can think about it, if you're getting deeper, is to squeeze the knees into the rib cage. That'll help broaden the lower back and upper glutes. 4 and 5. Go ahead and hug your knees back into your chest. Release your legs out in front. And let's find our Shavasana. And so as we rest in our Savasana here, let's open your heart, almost imagining that your sternum splits, your breastbone opens, and reveals in a very vulnerable way an open heart. Vulnerability is definitely something that is, well, it's what makes us feel vulnerable. It makes us feel kind of, at risk. At the same time, there's something about vibrancy that comes when we allow ourselves to radiate. When we allow that which is deepest and truest inside us to open up, to be revealed. When we burn off the layers that keep that vibrancy from releasing, from kind of issuing forth. As we practice, we want to allow our practice to impel us to some sort of greatness. Not necessarily seeking greatness, but being more of a vessel for whatever that is. And that requires an openness, a vulnerability. Right now, I think that what we need most is we need that vibrancy in life. It's hard when we feel like we're cloistered in, when we're in that claustrophobic feeling, locked in our places, in our homes. But remember that vibrancy is always there. It's our truth, it's our nature. For me, it's truly an honor to be with you here this evening. I wish you all a wonderful evening, happy evening, safe evening, until we meet again. Loka samista sukhino bhavantu. May all beings everywhere be happy and free from suffering. And I bow to you. Namaste.